All right, here we are with the great star, Casey Bond.
How you doing? Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, thanks for coming to town and making a movie, man. Everybody's really excited about it. What brought you to this film?
Well, I'll try and make a long story short. So I was one of the main cast in the film Moneyball. I played the role of Chad Bradford, and I went to Lipscomb University. Yep, I went there in 2007, played baseball, and went on to play professionally for a few years for the Giants. So anyway, Lipscomb invited me back to do a screening of the film Moneyball. And while I was there, we started talking about Coach Meyer. We're walking around on campus with a couple of people, Philip Hutchison and Andy Lane. And so we started talking about Coach Meyer, and I always knew that he was a legend on that campus, but I didn't know that he was like a legend way beyond Lipscomb with all the wins and all the players that had come through. And so we just started thinking, man, this would be such a great film. You know, he won the ESPY in 2009, most winning coach. They did an E60 piece. Unbelievable. And it's not enough people, I felt, knew about him, and it goes far beyond the wins and all the records. It's what he taught his players and how that translates into people's lives today. He's just touched thousands of people. That's where it all started and developed, yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do you have coming up besides this film, which this film is actually going to be really good. I'm excited about seeing it. Any kind of sports movie, everybody can relate to it, but what else do you have coming out there that you're excited about?
Yeah, so I did a film actually probably 6 months ago called Undrafted, and that should be coming out this next year.
Is it sports related also?
It is sports related. It's a baseball film. It's kind of like an adult Sandlot or an adult Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
It was really fun to shoot.
Which turns out Bad News Bears is where the first movie I ever saw Tatum in.
Really?
She was a pitcher in Bad News Bears, and I was a catcher in Little League, so I had a crush.
Oh yeah, that was an awesome classic baseball movie, and I think the Undrafted has a chance to be a classic too. And we got some great people in it. Jim Belushi and some up and comers. And then here we are doing another sports film. Yeah, we're gonna.
Basketball game going on. The basketball game's going on now while we're doing it. They're actually setting up for the shot. I like that. You know, we're right in the mix of it.
That's right. We got to get y'all in here to get the scoop. You know.
We're scooping it out today.
We were the program that everybody wanted to really be like, because of the way you guys were and the way you played and the way you cared about each other. And I think that the thing that, to me, is the really big thing is I always felt with the kind of kids we had that even when we lost, we won.
Okay, now here we are talking to producer Brad Wilson. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Glad to have you out today.
Well, thanks for having us out. This is great. A movie set in Nashville is always welcome.
Yeah, it's exciting to be here, and we love Nashville. We've done a few movies here before, but I think this is our biggest one that we've done on Coach Done Meyer. The name of this movie is My Many Sons, based on him.
So everybody's really excited about the story because of Lipscomb. So what made you come to this project?
Well, actually, Coach Meyer gave Casey Bond, my producing partner and one of the actors in the movie, the rights to do the story. And Casey was mostly an actor and had not done a lot of producing, so I knew Casey, and he came to me and said, would you come in and partner with me on this thing? And of course, Coach, I guess, coached half of his career here at David Lipscomb University before he went to South Dakota. So it just seemed like the perfect location for us, and people are great here. We love Nashville. Good barbecue.
It is good barbecue. The food's so wonderful in Nashville.
Oh man, the meat and threes. You know, I live in Los Angeles now, and I'm from Texas originally, and I miss that stuff. I miss that good fried food.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of a runner. Everybody eats kind of healthy. I come from Memphis, so everything is fried. But here, the meat and three is good.
Oh man, of course Memphis has some mighty good.
You've done some films, and tell me about the film that you've done in Memphis.
Well, it was actually the first film that I ever produced. We shot in Memphis, and it was called A Family Thing, and it was with Robert Duvall and James Earl Jones, and that was the first film I produced. Billy Bob Thornton and Tom Epperson wrote it, and we shot most of it in Memphis and then some in Chicago. It was a great experience.
Well, thanks very much for having us out here, and I hear some basketball was going. I think you're going to get to work in just a second. I think you're going to have to make a movie.
I tell everybody every day, let's live the dream. We're living the dream.
we were the program that everybody wanted to really be like because of the way you guys were and the way you played and the way you cared about each other. And I think that the thing that, to me, is the really big thing is I always felt with the kind of kids we had that even when we lost, we won.
Hey, you're here right now with Oliver Morton, and tell us what you're doing here on set.
I am the basketball coordinator for the film My Many Sons.
So how did you come on this project?
A friend of mine, which I met in LA many years ago, is one of the bigger basketball coordinators for sports films, commercially, and television shows. And he met Casey on Moneyball, and he's going to be coming into town on Wednesday, and I've been helping set up the movie from start to this point.
So today, because when I walked up, I saw you, obviously not in wardrobe or uniform, and you're out there telling everybody, you're running out there with them. So you have a background in basketball.
Yeah, I played obviously in high school. I played in college at Ole Miss and then finished at University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. And then from there, I went overseas and played in 15 countries for about 9 years.
Yeah, that's great. So you enjoy the whole dynamic of the basketball and the story and how it's all going to come together?
I was really attracted to this story. I was one of those guys that didn't know much about Done Meyer and what he stood for. And reading about him and reading the script, it was a guy that I would have liked to play for. He has a more structured, very intense individual that had around 100,000 campers come to his camps over the years, and has dozens of coaches that were former players. So that's pretty special in today's basketball age.
It is. Okay, and Judge is playing the role of the coach, Done Meyer.
Yeah, Judge Reinhold is playing Done Meyer. He's doing a really good job. He looks a lot like Coach, and it's been a pretty fun process for him, I think.
Okay, well, good. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Wolves open their season on November 18th.
1, 2, 3, fight back!
And Meyer, facing intense rehabilitation, uncertain about his cancer, was there, coaching the game he loves.
I love to see how a team can improve and kids can improve, so that's why I coach. I mean, there's nothing better than that. I mean, it just eats you up inside how lucky you can be coaching kids.
I think that they said they're trying to have the movie out by March Madness.
Yep.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. Would love to coincide this with March Madness, obviously it being a basketball film. And we've got, people can keep up with that. We have a Facebook page. It's a Facebook fan page. It's just Done Meyer Movie. Also, we have a Twitter handle, Done Meyer Movie, and Instagram with Done Meyer Movie. And also have a website, www.donmeyermovie.com, so everyone can keep up with what's going on.
I'll put the links while we're talking. It's going to be Movie Magic. Okay. And we're going to put the links on there, and also in the link, we'll put that in there. People can click on it, go right to it.
All right.
Appreciate you talking to me, man. It's been fun.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and I hope everyone out there goes and watches the film.
Let's go.